I have always disliked civilization. However, not so long ago I was still saying things such as, civilization sucks, but some of the art that came about thanks to civilization is really good. I really love some of the music that would never have been created without civilization. All of the organs and the violins and other instruments that needed the advancements of civilization to be created are really nice, and I really enjoy all of the ambient music that can be played on those instruments. And in my video about Christianity on this channel, I say that I really don't like anything about Christianity, but some of the Christian choirs I really like, and some of the cathedrals are really nice places, the architecture and the echo and stuff like that. I was saying all those things without really realizing that they are all worthless. There's no value in them whatsoever. Of course that I love music and I listen to music. Maybe not every day or even every week or every month, but I do listen to music from time to time. My favorite type being music tracks from my favorite movies or video games that I enjoyed in the past, like Lord of the Rings or the Elder Scrolls series. And music and art in general very much have a place in nature, mainly when it comes to creatures such as birds with their singing and decorating of their nests. However, in modern times, art has become a substitute of real soul. People don't live anymore. They only work and sit in their little slave apartments and watch movies and listen to music and read fantasy novels. Art has become the only source of beauty in our lives. People can put up with living in filth and in cities and with being worthless, as long as they can close their eyes and listen to their favorite music, or lose themselves in a fantasy novel, or watch a movie. As long as they have something to distract them from their miserable existence and let them taste some semblance of beauty. Because what are paintings and statues and carvings, and especially modern things such as movies and video games? All of those things are merely poor imitations of the natural world. When an artist creates a painting, what exactly is he doing? It's as if he was already dead and he was trying to create something that reminded him of the beauty and the blessing of mortality. When we look at paintings, it's as if we are looking back at memories of reality from the land of the dead. Just like we sometimes look back at actual memories that may have been mundane at the time when we were experiencing them, but are given a special spiritual kind of beauty through nostalgia. The reality is that we are still here in the real world, and whenever we look at something, that already is a painting more beautiful and accurate than anything that could be created by a human. The only problem is that people like to destroy beauty around them, the nature around them, and replace it with ugly concrete poison. And because we cannot experience beauty in our real life directly, we turn towards art, which is a substitute of true soul. Defending civilization for the sake of art that it has created is like defending it for the sake of dietary supplements that it has created. In nature, there is no need for dietary supplements, just like there is no need to escape to art in order to distract yourself from miserable reality. I loved to draw when I was a kid. Or at least it seemed like that. And I wrote my first fantasy novel when I was 12 years old. And as I was getting older, I was getting better at those things. And I was considering the possibility of supporting my life with them, making money from them. Because drawing and writing fantasy novels were really the only things that I ever enjoyed. Everything else was unappealing to me. I was never a big fan of the reality of the modern world, and I am still not. However, when you spend a lot of time into writing made-up bullshit or drawing something, you gotta start asking yourself questions. Why exactly are you doing that? And even though I enjoyed distracting myself with those things, I didn't really enjoy the things themselves. I didn't ever really enjoy drawing or sitting in front of a computer screen for hours and hours and just writing. It's really boring. And when you do that, you gotta start asking yourself questions, why are you doing it? And I realized that I never really wanted to do those things. Instead of writing about some beautiful, special, awesome things, or drawing something like that, I wanted to be that. Instead of creating made-up bullshit stories, I wanted my life to be a story. And instead of drawing fantasy creatures or beautiful animals, I wanted to be something that is worthy of being drawn myself. I wanted to have a real life, and the art that I was attempting to create was merely a substitute of that. In truth, all I ever wanted was to be a part of something awesome and beautiful, and not somebody who just sits in their apartment all of their lives, hunched over paper or computers, creating made-up bullshit things. The art that people create, the fictional stories that they come up with, are a key to understand what they would really want from life. That feeling that you get when you're listening to epic music is the feeling that should accompany you in your life, living where you belong, in nature. Let's face it, you do not want to paint beautiful vistas. You do not want to make up fictional tales of people living somewhere far away, in a better place. All that you want is to be able to see beautiful vistas through your own eyes, to live in a beautiful environment, and to be a part of something beautiful far away from the ugliness that you have come to know in your own life, in this modern world. I'm not saying that all art is somehow corrupt or a distraction. If you want to sing, sing. It's beautiful. If you feel like carving out a figurine of a woman with a thick ass out of a rock, do it. However, if art is the only source of beauty in your life, if you feel the need to escape to it from reality, then something is very wrong. And you are not where you should be. Your life does not look the way it should. What I'm essentially saying is that art should complement life and nature instead of being a crutch and the only source of beauty in life. All of the complex art created by civilization is not something to boast. It is not something to point at, saying that some things created by civilization are not bad. It does not give civilization credit. All it is a sign that something is very wrong, and that people need to create all of those complex paintings, all of those hyper-realistic statues, and that ambient complex music, because something is missing, something very basic, and all those things are merely a supplement that is just not adequate at all. I enjoy those things from time to time myself, and they are beautiful in a way, but you need to realize that they are merely imitations of what we are missing in our lives and what we should return to. And that's it.